Alright, so in this video what we're going to do is detail it, add old VFX, and then optimize it. And also maybe add a few more lights here and there after we've added the VFX so we can further see what needs to be added. Since we haven't added our old VFX, we don't really have any reason to light the torches. Like put a point light on it or something. But for the people that don't have it or not interested in adding more VFX, just keep watching and hopefully you'll learn something optimization wise on the VFX that we've done last course. Okay, so we're gonna add the debris right here. I'm gonna put this on my VFX. Just drag it there. And from here I'm just gonna change the color first to something shiny and bluish, so it matches our scene. And also I am going to change the size, maybe 0.08 and maybe 0.15. Let's see how this looks like. Something like this. Alright, that's perfect. I'm gonna change my size to my shape, this bounding box right here, because as you can see our emission, our particles only travels inside of that. So I'm gonna maybe put this into 20. Let's see, 20. Maybe no, 25. Maybe 30. And right here, we need on the top maybe around 15. Actually, not this. Let's see. So this is that area. Okay. 15 maybe is enough. And here maybe I'll make 10. And I'm gonna drag this up because I don't want it to travel at all on the area below my swamp. So right here is good. I'm gonna go to my game and see this. Alright, so that looks good to me. Maybe I'll make it bigger, 0.2. Alright, this is good enough. So optimization wise, I'm just going to lower down the particles because of course it only makes sense that we put how much we want to be emitted and not overdo everything number wise because that's bad. So rate over time is 200 particles per second, maybe 200 here. Let's see how much that is. Alright, so that's good enough. I'm gonna experiment more, maybe 100. I'm gonna go see what this looks like. So there's not much particle, but I'm still kind of digging how it looks anyway. Maybe 300, let's see. Alright, so as you can see, it's kind of like dying. It's bursting, and then they all kind of disappear. So I'm guessing the error is somewhere on my, I think maybe my sizes. So I'm gonna go look at my size over lifetime. And it's this one. Maybe if I make it constant like this. As you can see, they all don't die and they all just don't disappear, all of them. Maybe I'll drag this up and edit this to make the transition smooth. Something like this. Maybe make this bigger. Alright, something like this. I'm gonna hit play here and watch this. So as you can see, now they all just barely disappearing, but not too much. Put it maybe here. And this one too, maybe somewhere there. As you can see, they're all kind of disappearing, but not all of them. There's still some that is being left. So I'm gonna leave this like this because this is perfect the way it is. And this should be optimized enough now. If yours is kind of like lagging, which I highly doubt it, just lower down your max particle and emission and you should be fine. And make sure to disable unnecessary ones that's gonna make this lag, like the noise, external forces, collision triggers, and all that stuff. Just use the menus that is currently enabled here, okay? So now we have that. The next thing that we're going to add VFX wise from our beginner's course is our fog. So just drag this here on the VFX, drag this at the bottom. I'm going to change this into, of course, a blue. I'm going to randomize the color again. Let's see. Bluish here. So that's a good color. let's see, I'm gonna drag it up, and also I am going to squeeze this in like this. Put it here at the bottom. Also, I'm gonna go here on my shape and widen this if I can. So 20, maybe 25. Let's see what this looks like in game. 25 is good. This one, okay, I'm gonna leave it as is. That's fine. So, I'm gonna go lower down my mission again to, let's see what 50 looks like. Alright, not bad, not bad. 100? Okay. Kind of too bright. Let's see. If yours is kind of like skewing, like those lines, just make sure to kind of put this up and they're all going to, should be disappearing. So this is too bright for me. I'm gonna dull it down. And also maybe 50? 50 is good, right? Something like this. And now I'm just gonna play more with color. Make sure to put it not too bright. Because it's gonna shine too much and you wouldn't want that. And also get a shape and maybe put 20 here. Drag this here. Okay. Let's see that. And the last VFX that we're gonna add is our fire. So this one. This is for those torches. So I'm gonna change the color into blue, of course. Something like this. Also kind of a snap our fire into our torches here. Maybe scale this into, let's see, check this on a different angle. Maybe 3. You want this thicker. Let's see what this look like. Too much. Alright, half this. 500. Still no. 100. Better. Want this to emit maybe 5 at a time, maybe 2 at a time, maybe 8. No, 3. Because I want that a bright thing in the middle, but lighter at the end. Alright, so 2. 2 is good? About 1. 2. Alright. 50. About 30. About 25. 10. I think I'm gonna stick with, let's see. 15. 20. Alright, 20 is good. I can always brighten the color here if I want. But I like mine like that. So, I'm going to duplicate and add this here. And we're just going to quickly do that. Alright, so now that we have fire spread out, what I'm going to do is quickly add point light into this. So the bottom part and nearby rocks are going to be lighted for a bit. Okay, let's do this. So right click here, light, point light. And I'm just gonna kind of fast forward into the process because this is just a matter of sizing, resizing, adjusting the intensity, and copying the color of our fire. So I'm gonna start on the front, just snap. So this time, what we're going to do real quick is what we forgot, because we've been designing and doing a lot of crazy things into our scene, making it pretty and stuff, that we forgot to prefab it. I'm gonna go to my level, quickly name this as Swamp. Make sure everything is 0 here. And I'm just gonna go to my prefab. It's on my prefabs here, intermediate. And I'm just gonna drag this. And just like that, we have ourselves a prefab. Next thing that we're going to do is prefab our swamp of vortex here, obviously. This thing's right here on the inside. Now for that, make sure first that your position is 0. You can always Control Z and then put it back to where it belongs, but for now, just 0 in everything and put it on particles, and just put it here. And we can drag swamp everywhere, and they all should have this, things on the inside, and they all should play. Alright, so I'm going to delete this, Control Z, and just like that, we've optimized our particles. And now what we're going to do is optimize our light. And what we're going to do that is, of course, bake our lighting. So, have your lighting tab open. Make sure to just go to Window, lighting should be somewhere in here. Just hit Settings, and here at the bottom, what I want you to do is first uncheck this, go right here, and clear bake data in case there's something there that shouldn't be, or in case you played with it. Just make sure to clear everything first. I want you to disable real-time global illumination. Also, we're going to choose progressive right here. We're going to change all of our emission to bake. So go to your materials. You can see our emissive here. Make sure to change everything into bake. So on your global illumination right here, just click bake. So let's go back to our lighting here and change more few things. So we're going to decrease our light map size right here into 512. And make sure that your compressed light map is checked right here. And the next thing that we're going to do is edit our direct samples. Maybe I'm going to put 60 here. So just a quick note, everything that you edit here on the light mapping settings doesn't necessarily affect the size of your light maps. It just kind of make the baking a little bit longer. So don't worry too much about this if you kind of up the size and the numbers and the values of this, okay? So I'm going to put my indirect samples to maybe 1,000 to make this a little bit good looking. Maybe balance, I'll put it on 3. And nothing's kind of changing here right now because we haven't put our mesh into static and generate the lighting. But let's keep editing this. So ambient occlusion, you already have that in post-processing, but if you want to add some, you're welcome to add it just by checking this. So let's quickly go to our swamp. Click everything here that isn't animated. So of course, we're not going to select our minis right here because those are animated. They're not going to be static. And the plane, you're welcome to make that a static because, well, it's still a plane and it's only moving because it's a shader. So go to your inspector and hit static and hit yes. And also make sure that your lighting right here, all of them is on baked on the mode, okay? And this time we are going to hit auto generate right here, or generate lighting, whichever one of you're choosing. And your scene might look really weird, like as you can see it's kind of squishy, and squishy is not even the right word. Effed up, yeah, it might look effed up like this, and it should, by the way, give you a time right here at the lower right corner. And for me it's like 3 minutes or so, or 4 minutes. Alright, so if you bake and you land into this kind of a mess, is the UV not generating light maps properly? A quick fix is to go under your Mesh FBX folder and select all of your FBX meshes, not your prefabs. Then on the inspector, under the model menu, check the Generate Light Map UVs and hit Apply. So after this, just go back to your lighting settings and then clear your old generated light maps and then generate a new one. And also, I'm gonna go to my lights right here and lower down the lighting. So this light right here, gonna lower it down. And you can see this live when it's changing. Just make sure that you are on auto generate. Alright, so as you can see, we are done baking our scene, and this is our lighted scene. Let's see. I like the way it kind of turns out, and also this red tint right here. It matches our color scheme perfectly. We have red, we have blue, we have orange, and green. It's the perfect square. So let's go here into our scene, and let me just show you what I've done. So I ended up liking the lights, right? So I've kind of pushed it even more lower, my light map size right here, into 128. I used to have it at 512, and this was, I think, 7 or 10 megabytes, and I like to keep mine low for optimization, so I've kept it at 128. This is the value where anything lower is gonna look hella funny. Like, it's already looking a little bit weird right here because it's low, but as you can see, it's not much of a big deal. I just have to a little bit rotate this, and then we're good. So yeah, that's all I've done really in here. Just finalize things, lower down, and I generate, and that's it. And also on my VFX, there's this D5 right here. If you can remember these things, I've kind of lowered down its simulation speed into 0.35 because I don't like them rotating really fast. So I've lowered down to 0.35, and also what I'm going to do is edit at start lifetime. So it moves slow, but it's going to disappear faster. So maybe around 2 seconds. I'm gonna quickly just reset its transformation and prefab it, of course, because, you know, when you update something, you need to prefab it. So it's on my particles, and I'm just gonna drag on the top. So that's my swamp vortex here, replace, and then Control Z to put it back where it belongs. Right there in the middle. Drag this up here. Alright guys, so this is our finalized scene, and I hope you're happy with whatever you come up with, and most certainly want to see your end scene. Like all of you people that work very hard on this, because there's a lot of videos and I know it takes time to actually listen, learn, maybe refresh and update certain things that you've already know. And I really hope that you guys had fun with this. I most certainly had fun with this. I like watching myself grow and learn and being able to make different things like this. So if you guys are like me, on the next video we are going to render, I want you to submit that render to me on your assignment. There will be an article, or if you're on Gumroad, just send it to me on Discord, because I like to show off the people that took my course on whatever they can do, because I'm always surprised by the things that they add by the end of it, because they all look really incredible and pretty. And sometimes they're even better than mine. And those are the scenes that I really would like to see. So on the next video, we are going to render and then we're done. Alright, I'll see you on our very last video. Bye!